What's up, guys? It's another episode of TSN, the Standard Network. I'm your host, Cedric Lowry, coming to you guys with another episode. I haven't put out an episode in a minute. That's because, y'all, I'll be busy, man. I'll be busy. I'll be getting to this chicken. I'll be making, moves and different things like that. We just had Art Basel. I was hanging around billionaires. I actually got to cook for a billionaire and their family, royal family inside my home as well. So I've just been networking with, high value, upper echelon individuals, as well as, making sure that my clients and stuff are getting taken care of as well. And guys, I don't have a lot of time to sit and do content all day, every day, like some people, which I think makes my voice so heard and so authentic as well. Cause like, damn, like when he does have time and he gives us that time, a lot of people appreciate it. So getting right into it, I want to go ahead and start off with one of the topics that everybody's talking about right now is like cooking with Kaya, whatever. And essentially, it's this young woman, very beautiful individual. Looks like she's kept up with herself. She's not overweight or anything like that. Like she cooks, and then she'll show the plate in the video and say, I guarantee you that this meal will take your man, or I could take your man with this meal. So as y'all know, it's a very controversial topic right now of women cooking for their man on a consistent basis. And really, I think this shit is ridiculous. That's something that you should be doing, just like you expect a man to open a door for you, or to make sure that, you're getting courted a certain way, or make sure that you're protected. I personally think it's a deeper way to connect with your man, or with whatever guy that you're interested in. Cooking him a meal, relieving some stress off of his back, because 9 times out of 10, if you're dealing with a good man or a good individual, he's relieving some of your stress as well. I've been in relationships in the past where I'm, doing this, doing that. We're taking trips. We buying this. We doing this. We doing that. I'm doing all these things, and I couldn't even get a consistent home cooked meal. So I honestly think that it's sad that so many women are trying to attack this woman and say, oh, like, you a clown for, even saying that you could cook for a man and this and that and all. Like, it's just a bunch of garbage. Like, like I said, we live in a very, very sad time where women don't even want to be women anymore. They don't want to work. They just want to be kept. And being kept, I guess comes with them just being lazy and not having to do anything besides just enjoy the lavish work off of, their boyfriend or their man's back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on. Me personally, I think the whole love scene in today's day and age is definitely tainted waters. But, this clip right here with this girl cooking is something that we need to see more women doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, makes the whole sexual stuff super popular. The over sexuality goes viral. It goes viral, not just on on social media, but goes viral, in the in-person world as well. And I just think it's super important that we show off, some of the characteristics and qualities from a male and a female perspective that you should be having. I've seen, videos going viral of, men being gentlemen, so I'm always vouch for, the opposite sex, as well as, men, doing not only the right things, but treating a woman how they should be treated, and vice versa, a woman treating a man how a man should be treated. Like, I don't understand what the fuck is going on. I think right now, there's this stigma that, oh, I will just find somebody else to do it, so I'm gonna give you whatever I feel like giving you at the time. And that's not how love works, and that's not how I feel like most men even work. Because the love that men typically have for a woman is unconditional, and it has to be that way, because that's a part of what fuels you to go to your job. That's what fuels you to take the various risks that you take every single day. You're out hunting, going to meetings, doing this, taking this flight, that flight. You're surrounded by danger all the time, and that's typically because of a woman or because of a family or because you're trying to hit some sort of goals to take care of your family, whether it's your mom, your brothers, your sisters, maybe your future kids. So I feel like the love that men have is completely different than what women have, because a lot of women, they will, do certain gestures or only love you or show you certain types of love based off of how they're feeling. So if they're not feeling you, or they don't think you him, or they're not into you anymore, or whatever the case may be, bro, they will switch on you like a light switch. And it'll go from, okay, she has your back, she's riding for you, she's doing this, she's doing that, to, nah, I don't feel like doing this anymore. And that's not how men work typically. I'm not talking about every man, but typically that's not how men work. So, shout out to her. Keep doing your thing. Keep cooking or whatever have you. And, show these women, what they should be doing, especially when they're dealing with, men of it's not even men of a certain caliber, but just men of a certain level of hustle, a certain level of grind. You could be grinding at Wendy's. You could be grinding on the construction site. You could be grinding selling insurance. You could be grinding doing Uber Eats. You could be grinding as a CEO. And I personally feel like every man out there should be getting that kind of treatment. So shout out to her. Shout out to everybody that that supports what she has going on. Now, the next topic, something that's been heavy on my mind, is the amount of I guess you could say jealousy or trolling that goes on online. What's going on with the world, man? Like, I've even experienced some of it myself. Just the other day, an individual, DM me, and this happens every now and then. I always get trolls or whatever, like, your Porsche, is fake, or the Ferrari is this, and where you live, you're in Miami, Florida, blah, just saying all types of weird ass shit. And I'm gonna let the record be straight right the fuck now. Like, everything that everything that I got cost $10. So don't ask me how much the car costs. Don't ask me how much my clothes cost. Don't ask me how much my jewelry costs. Don't ask me how much my fucking computer costs. Don't ask me none of that shit, bro. All my shit costs $10. Like, that's just what it is. That's the answer for everybody. Everything that I have and that I've owned, that I've ever touched, I'm only worth $10. I only got $10 in the bank. That's all I have. I'm not rich or nothing. All I have is $10. Everything that I have, on me is $10. Now, with that being said, I typically just turn the other cheek or not, don't say anything about it. But it's something that I think somebody that's watching this right now, goes through as well. You're making different decisions that you probably wouldn't be making, or not sticking to your gut because of what other people are saying, their opinions. They may say, oh, you shouldn't drive this. Oh, you shouldn't live there. Oh, you shouldn't do this. Oh, you shouldn't do that. And before you know it, you start living this life that you're frustrated about, or you feel a sort of emptiness, a sort of void, because you keep living this life that really was created by other people's opinions. Quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what you think about me. Like May said, I can't tell you how much I don't care. It does not cross my mind. Like, oh, let me go do something so I can make someone else that probably doesn't give a fuck about me happy. I don't think like that. I don't think like a small-minded individual. I don't, think on a certain income level. Like y'all, like sometimes it blows my mind that people that are making less than $50K a year is trying to talk to me about multi-million-dollar moves and what I should be doing or what I should be making and how I should this and that. It's like, bro, you haven't done it. Just like people that are sports athletes that then go into journalism and be on various podcasts or sports shows and different things like that. They get to talk about those things in a certain light because they've actually done it. They get to say, hey, I actually look at the game different because they weren't just in the stands They were on the field. And that's the same thing with being a businessman, a businesswoman, entrepreneurship. Y'all be trying to tell me what to do, how to do it, how to wipe my ass, all this other stuff. When you haven't done it, you haven't put in the reps, you haven't created the company, you haven't dealt with as many clients, you haven't had the creative, comprehensive strategies to make certain relationships happen. You haven't had enough meetings. You haven't done any of those things. Let's pull up the statements. Let's pull up the bank statements. Let's see what you've done in the past 3 to 5 years, and then compare it to what I have done, and then I will consider what you're saying. But 9 times out of 10, we all know what that result is going to be, because the majority of people that do a lot of this and running their mouth about what they should do or what this person should do, what that person should do, has not done a lot of shit of their own. And that's just my personal opinion. And also as well, I feel like that's just reality, man. Like stop trying to tell people how to live a life or how to drive a car when you've never driven a car before. You know what I'm saying? It's just like weird shit like that I see that some people that even watch my content say, like, guys, I don't care. I really do not. I'm going to do what I want to do at all times, and that's what makes me such an incredible person, and that's what makes me unique to me. Like, it's me. It's said. I'm only getting in that box by myself when it's all said and done. So if you're going to be mad at me, if you're going to hate on me, if you're going to message me, if you're going to think whatever it is that you're going to think in this lifetime, if you're going to think, oh, the jewelry is $10 worth, let it be $10. Let it be whatever the fuck you want it to be. I do not care. Okay? And that's how you guys should be thinking as well. All right? So outside of those two topics, you know what I'm saying, I want to give a little bit of game to some of the men out there that you may be having some problems when it comes to dating. You may be having problems with getting certain results out of a woman, and not in a negative way or a way that, you're going to weaponize it or use it in any weird way. But, I want to give y'all 2 things that, I noticed that women may not say this to you, or they may not even realize it themselves, but they'll treat you different based off of these 2 things. Number 1 is going to be hygiene. Fellas, I get it. Some of y'all, we be in war mode. We hit the gym, take a quick shower. Some of y'all don't even shower, till later on, maybe the next day. But you want to, you like to interact with women and stuff like that. Y'all, look, I make sure that I am as clean as I possibly can be when I know for a fact that I'm about to go out into this world and interact with the opposite sex. And that's just me being real with y'all. Like, you can't walk around being musty, walk around having this manly odor to you. That doesn't exist, bro. Like, there is no such thing as a manly odor that while you're out, if women smell this and you're trying to talk to them, that they're going to be like, damn, he stink like a man. Like, they're not doing that. So get that out your head. That doesn't happen. You guys can go get you a small bottle of Baccarat for a couple $100. You guys can go get you some Dior for $150, $200, $300 as well. I mean, there's all kinds of colognes and different fragrances out there just to make sure you smell good. And then as far as washing your ass, you have the Native. They going crazy right now. I use the cucumber and mint. So, sometimes, all I have to do is spray on a light cologne, and that cucumber and mint, that smell, it just settles everything. You know what I'm saying? So where you smell crisp, the Baccarat smells a little bit on that sweeter side. So it's just a beautiful combination. Now, when it comes to hygiene as well, fellas, I don't know why y'all do this, but it makes no sense to me, guys. Stop walking around with the booty fingers. Like, stop biting your nails. Stop, just have your hands looking any kind of way. Yo, go to the salon. Even if you don't get gel, I always get gel, but that's just your boy. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't get gel, at least go to a salon to at least get your hands clean, bro. Like, at the end of the day, the majority of my game spitting, how I move is going to be a close encounter or a close interaction with a female. 9 times out of 10 is going to require a touch. Now, an unwanted touch, but a touch that's like, okay, better yet, let me describe this. So, let's say I'm out and I go to I go to Moxie's, or I'll go out to grab a drink. 9 times out of 10, if I scope the place out and I see a woman that I actually like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and either get a drink next to her or somewhere in her vicinity. That way I can, interject myself into her life, but in a smooth manner that may require a touch. For example, this is appropriate. Let's say, boom, it's crowded. This is something that I would do all the time. It's crowded, but I can go get drinks everywhere else. I could, oh, hey, man, let me get a drink or whatever. But I'm like, okay, she's fine. She's by herself, whatever. She's with her friend. Let me go ahead. So what I'll do is I'll go up. I might tap her on the shoulder. And what is the number one thing that a woman does when she sees a man or a man touches her or whatever? She looks at him up and down. And when she starts looking down, the first thing that she sees is these beautiful manicured hands. The first thing she sees is damn, this man looks strong. He got his nails done. He looks clean. He smells good. So of course I'm gonna let him talk to me. Of course I'm gonna give him my number, get the IG. Of course I'm gonna let him, pretty much talk me out my drawers if that's what I feel like doing. But you can't get there if you don't have your hygiene together. If your shirt's not ironed, guys, stop walking around with these wrinkled up ass shirts. I don't know who taught y'all that, who's doing that or what, but I see it all the time. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what you got going on. If you outside and you trying to get right or whatever, you got to make sure that you look presentable and you smell presentable as well. Okay. So number 2, when it comes to trying to get a woman or, you know what I'm saying? You guys need to learn how to cook. Okay. Now, cooking is not just, hey, let me throw some meat together, pause, and throw some sides together, and then boom, I'll put the meal together, and then that's it, boom, I just cooked. No. Learn how to cook at least 2 to 3 dishes. But let's start off with just one. Something that's simple. Start off with a simple chicken, shrimp, rice, and vegetable dish. That's something very, very simple, fellas, that you guys could learn how to cook, but cook it in your own way. Maybe you cook it, Mediterranean or Greek style, or Cajun style, or Italian style, or whatever style that is that you want, jerk style, whatever it is that you think that will work best for your situation. But guys, make sure that you guys learn how to cook something. I cannot tell you how many times that I've had incredible evenings with a woman after serving her a hot meal that not only when she bit into it, she was like, damn, this shit is good. But she bit into it and not only said that, she said, damn, this nigga sexy as fuck. This nigga got his bread together. He got the manicure. He got the fresh cut. He looks like he's presented well. He smells good. He just cooked for me. Boom, I pop a bottle of champagne or some wine. It's over with. Get the music going as well. Not all the trap shit and all that stuff, but something smooth like either some jazz, maybe some 90s R&B that, I don't care what race she is, 90s R&B is never going to miss. It's never, ever, ever, ever going to miss. You can find those on YouTube as well. But those combinations add up to what a lot of you men are looking for, which is not just about the sex, but, that connection, that desire that a woman would have to be with you. Because keep it real. I mean, there's 2,000 men, 3,000 men a year on the low end. If you are attracted to the same woman I'm attracted to, there's tons of men always on their line, always trying to get to them and stuff. So what are you going to do to separate yourself? You can't just say, oh, all women are this, all women are that. Okay, cool. You're just going to be by yourself, bro. Or you can listen to your boy on TSN and get yourself hooked up with some nice cologne and a nice meal you could whip up, and you're going to be all right. You dig? All right. So, that was just something I feel like, every man needed to hear. Every man should have these little small things put together. So at least you give yourself a fighting chance. Some of y'all be, you'll go and have a good night, and then you start spending money doing stupid shit, thinking that you're about to get some, and then you don't end up getting it. It's because you don't smell good, your hands aren't together, you're not smooth when you're talking, you don't recommend any good food. You know what I'm saying? Recommend a drink or two, something that separates yourself and makes a woman feel like you actually know what you're doing. Women like experienced men more than men that are amateurs that don't get it. And they know when they're dealing with one. Sometimes y'all men be thinking that y'all so smart, that y'all can just hide behind this, hide behind that. A woman knows when she's dealing with a man that don't really deal with females like that, or even has a know-how of what he doing in the bedroom too. You know what I'm saying? You gonna affect that stuff so much, y'all. So it ain't just, okay, turn around, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't just that. Like, you gotta, set the mood, and the mood starts not when you meet the woman. It starts when, excuse me. The mood starts not when she gets to the crib or y'all get to wherever y'all gonna get to and you trying to, the mood starts from the time y'all first interact, text message, Instagram, in person, or whatever, and it goes in various cycles down, kind of like down a conveyor belt. You know what I'm saying? So if you get that formula together, you're gonna be all right. So that was just a couple things. Appreciate y'all for tuning into TSN. Hopefully I got some knowledge. Hopefully I got some game. Now, pour yourself up a bottle of champagne and have yourself a great fucking day, because you are, my friend, incredible.